Well, welcome to our Bible session. I hope all is doing well. Remember to continue praying for people because there's so many out there that needs it. Also, our country, our world, Israel, and so many others. Um, Also, I ask you to remember the good things that God has done in your lives and thank Him for those because, acknowledging Him doing the good things He does is just as important as us taking problems and petitions to Him for Him to solve. It's nice to hear what He's done for us. Well, I hope all is doing well. Continue to share this with people, and I want you to think about what is being said today because we're talking about the family and we're talking about the possibility of the family stop caring. Just checking the title here, Stop Caring. And it's from 1 John 4:7. It says this that when families stop caring, the family is basically dead. It's falling apart. So in John 1:4-7 says, Beloved, let us love one another. This is a direct command and not a suggestion. God is not giving you a suggestion here. He's telling you you are to. So the first thing we look at is a command to love. You see, love is meant to begin at home before it is shown to the world. We start with our own family. We start at home with children and moms and dads, and we share that. So today, we live in a world of rush. Hurry up and get there. Hurry up and do this. A world that's rushed and stressed, and often, many, many times, they're totally disconnected from what's happening, leaving almost no room for intentional love to take place. It's like a young man said, my mother comes home, she's in a foul mood, she cooks, won't speak. My dad comes home, grabs a paper, sits down in a chair, don't talk to anybody. Why do I want to grow up and leave home? Because if that's what the world does, but you think about that, if they're not communicating with one another, what about the family in the home? The second thing is a source of real love. Love is from God. When you really love, that is a gift that God gives us. You see, true lasting love comes only from Him. And without God, love becomes conditional, selfish, and absolutely inconsistent. Today, there's so many homes out there and families that are built on emotion, on convenience, or control instead of God's truth. The evidence of a relationship with God, everyone that loves is born of God and knows God. Love is proof, not just words, but actions. Today it's common to hear I love you, but not see patience, kindness, and sacrifice. And then we see the problem families growing cold. Communications is breaking down. People talk less, they argue even more. Forgiveness is rare, grudges are held for years. Pride replaces humility. Everyone wants to be right. Today, technology, social media, outside pressures are replacing the real connection inside the home. The next thing is a consequence of a loveless home. Children grow up feeling neglected, even misunderstood. Marriages become distant and fragile and end up into lots of divorces. Homes become places of tension instead of places of peace and comfort. Today, a house can be full of people, but it also at the same time can be empty of love. The next thing is the solution brings God back into the family. When you think about what we need to do, we cannot fix a family problem without a spiritual solution. Spend time in prayer together and individually. Let God's word shape attitudes, response, and priorities. And today, strong families are built when God is at the center and not pushed to the side as He has been. You see, the problem is today people have pushed God aside in homes and schools and work, businesses, wherever you go. There's no place out there that God hadn't been pushed aside. He's not the center in most places anymore. But He definitely needs to be in the family because you see, the family, you think about this. The family is like the church. It's like the heart of the church. If the family is not functioning properly, usually you'll find your local church is not functioning properly also. That's why it's important. for the family to be the unit that God had created it to be. The next thing is practical ways to show love daily. We start by listening more than we speak. Why do you think God gave us one mouth and 2 ears and 2 eyes? We're to look and hear more than we are to speak. We need to forgive quickly, and we definitely do not need to keep score of how many times someone seems to have wronged us or done something we wasn't happy with. You know, it's not all about us. Serve one another in small, consistent ways. I know you can find a way to help neighbors in your neighborhood, people in your family, people in your church gathering, and people all over. We need to speak encouragement instead of criticism. You ever notice the water coolers full of people at work, gabbing and gossiping? Boy, they love to talk about people. But we shouldn't do that. We should encourage people. It's important for us to do that. We need to be present and put distractions aside and give real attention to the things around us. God is sending us stuff all the time that helps us. Most of the time we miss it. The challenge would be next. Don't wait for anyone else to change. Look, you won't change. It starts here with you. If it don't start with you, it won't happen. Be the one who brings love back into your home. Be the one that brings love back into your work and back into your gatherings. Be the one that stands out. Ask God to help you love even when it's hard. Today, we think about, as I bring this to a close, we think about a world where people don't care. Let your families be different. It's okay. Families are split, parts going in one way, part the other. You know, when I was growing up, we were all at home together at family time. As a matter of fact, Mom and Dad used to sit in chairs, and the 3 children, we would sit in front of them. Usually I was in the middle between my big brother and big sister, and I was sitting in the middle of them, and they would tell us stories, mainly Bible stories. We'd talk about their life compared to ours and what the future would hold as a family. You see, let your family be different. Now they stick a $20 bill, well, more like a $50 bill in a child's hand and give them car keys and say, beat it, because they don't want to have to attend with it. You see, the thought is, if we truly know God, His love should be seen first in how we treat and interact with our family. So the question would be, do you have a family? How are you interacting with it? Are you the one that brings the love into the circle and says, we're going to love one another first and help others know that? That's one thing I'm blessed with, a family that loves one another. It's wonderful to see them to get together. Everybody hugs and everybody loves one another. Invite somebody to come. God bless. Continue to pray and thank God for the good things, and I'll see you next time.